Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. Uh, the the details for the next champions meeting in July 2070, 2022, what did I say? Has been announced. And the details are that it's going to take place on the Hanshin track racetrack. It's grass, it's 2,200 meters, which is the middle distance. It's going to be right turn. It's summer, it's cloudy, and it's slightly heavy racetrack. So these are the details. And so if you want to, play this game that's tailored to this, then you want to keep these things in mind. So it's going to start taking place on July 11th, which is not that far away. And the first round is going to happen on the 14th. So what does this mean? Well, 2,200 meters, if it's 2,200 meters, what you want is you want mile distance S to bump yourself from A to S to get that 10% bonus in speed. The speed that your character should be at least 1,150. Ideally, it should be 1,200, but if it's over 1,150, it's going to be okay. But ideally, you want to be over 1,200. And you can be over 1,200 if you get these special green skills, not special, but if you can get these green skills, which always proc. So if it's a green skill that's Summer Girl, then you're going to go at plus 40 or plus 60 speed. So if you're running at, if your character has a stat of 1,200 speed, but you have Summer Circle, then it's actually going at 1,240. And if it's got Summer Double Circle, it's going at 1,260. And if it's got a character that's got a right turn and Summer, that's going at a distance of 1,280. And if it's going at double Summer and double right, then it's going at speed of 1320, which is pretty darn fast. So then you also want power 1000 at least. This is because right before the goal, there is actually a hill. So you want to cross that hill. And by that point, almost all the skills have gone off. So it's just basically going to be your stat that's going to push you up to that last leg. So you want to have a high power. And because of the downhill slopes, you want high intelligence. When you go downhill, if you have high intelligence, there's a chance that you go faster. And if you've got intelligence of 1,200, you've got a 50% chance of going faster. And if you've got like intelligence of like 600, you've got like a quarter chance of going downhill faster. I mean, it's not going down super fast, it's going slightly faster. And when you go down slightly faster, you also use less stamina. So it's a double bonus for having high intelligence. How much stamina and how much guts do you need? Well, that's actually dependent with each other. So if you have 500 guts and one gold recovery skill, and if the gold recovery skill goes off, then you can run the entire race course with 715 stamina. You can figure that out from this website here, the Uma Musume necessary stamina calculator. And this is like this nice thing where you can actually pump in these numbers. So 1,200, putting in stamina 800 for now, power 1,000, guts 500, intelligence 1,000. McQueen is the front beginning of the pack. It's in the pack, but towards the front of that middle pack. And let's say that you got that S. So if you're going at S, and if your eagerness is at max, then you require this much stamina. You need 919 stamina at 500 guts. The guts goes up slightly because your eagerness is high, and it goes up to 1376. So even without any of the green skills, just by getting that S, you get up that high. And if this is 1150, whoops, 1153, it's at 1150, then it's still 1320. And that's as good as someone running this at distance A and two, double circle green skills. So that's why you really do want this thing to be S. But anyway, if you type in recovery skill of 1, then that's all you need. Yeah. So 100 win, middle distance S, and you need 710 stamina. So, I put in 715 here, but you need 715 stamina at 500 guts. Oh, and this is slightly heavy. So if you go at good, I think it might, oh, it actually goes up, but your power goes up. So it's slightly heavy. You could do bad condition, and you can see the amount of stamina that goes up. This is heavy condition, but we're doing this, so that's how much stamina we need. Now, if you happen to have a guts build character, so you do, why do I keep typing in 3? Then, if you have 1 gold recovery skill, you only need 548. So 550 stamina with 1 gold recovery. And that means you actually don't need a gold recovery skill, because even without a gold recovery skill, you only need 750 if you have guts 1100. So these are dependents, but it works together. All right. So that's the stats that you're aiming for if you want to win this champions meeting at the grade level. I don't do the open league runs, but even at the open league, because the max rank is now A+, it's actually not that different. So then the question is, who do you want to run? Now, the Hanshin Racetrack 2200 is basically the Takarazuka Kinen, which takes place, which just took place June 26th of 2022. So it takes place, towards the beginning of summer, just as summer is starting. And it's a G1 race, and the Mejiro family, or Mejiro farm, produced 3 horses. Mejiro Ryan, which won in 1991, Mejiro Palmer, which won in 1992, and Mejiro McQueen, which won in 1993. And Palmer is a Nige, or I think a runner, and McQueen is next after that. And then Mejiro Ryan is middle of the pack, but back. And these 3 won 3 years in a row. So, the Mejiro farm was actually quite famous. It was actually a pretty important institution in Showa, Japan, but they've more or less disappeared during the Heisei period, and they don't exist anymore. Although it continues to exist in a different name because a different owner bought out. But the original owners basically stopped doing this anymore. But their horses have all been made available. Oops. Ooh. Have been made available in Uma Musume. So this is Mejiro Ryan. This is Mejiro Palmer, which won in 92. And this is Mejiro McQueen, who won in 1993. So I'm thinking of actually, and this is also a different outfit of Mejiro McQueen. So I'm thinking of, using these 3 for this champions meeting. The odds of me winning with these 3 is going to be pretty low, but I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to just win. I also want to enjoy the game. So I sometimes do these things. Sometimes, I just want to win because I haven't won in a while. Or the characters that I want to raise works there. Now, because if fits the bill just perfectly, so it's like, yeah, perfect, I'll do it. But anyway. If it doesn't work out, for whatever reason, then I'll have to choose different characters. But the first 3, Uma Musume that I want to raise would be these 3. It would be McQueen, Palmer, and Mejiro Ryan. So I'm going to give that a shot. It does start on July 7th, July 11th, July 11th. July 11th, and the races start on July 14th. So I have a little bit of time. So I'm thinking if I devote, 3 or 4 days to Mejiro McQueen and see how it goes. If it works out, then great, I'll keep going. And if it doesn't work out, then maybe I'll change the whole setup, and it won't be these 3 at all. But I really do want to put her out and put her out. I've gone to the champions meeting with Mejiro Ryan few times. She's a fun girl to raise. So, but I've already done these 2. But I haven't done these 2, so I do want to give it a shot and see what we can get. So now that we've chosen to run out Mejiro McQueen, What's the problem? Well, the big problem is that her bonus is on stamina and on intelligence. Now, the intelligence bonus is actually pretty good, but the stamina 20% sucks because the standard way to raise girls for championship meetings these days is to do a guts training. And when you do guts training, your guts level goes up, and along with it, your speed and power goes up. So you do 4 guts and 2 speed cards, and your guts and intelligence, 2 intelligence cards, sorry, and your guts and intelligence goes up, and along with that, the bonus increases to power and speed. So you generally get characters that are like 1200 speed, 1000 power, 1200 guts, and 1000 intelligence, and they're damn strong. But that kills this. And you get no bonuses when you do it. So if you have a character that's got a bonus in speed or power, then the guts build is perfect for that. But it's really not good for McQueen. So for this term, I mean, I could do this version of McQueen, and I might. This version of McQueen has 10% stamina, 10% power, and 10% intelligence. So the guts build will work for her, but the skill set is slightly different. The skill set for her is better because she gets that gold recovery skill. And remember, if you have the gold recovery skill, even if your guts is low at say 500, you can run the course with just 715 stamina. So that's why I want that gold recovery skill. And she doesn't have a gold recovery skill. So that means I have to bring a gold recovery skill from one of the cards, which I suppose it's doable. Urara would probably give me that gold recovery. The other major problem with McQueen is that her mile is F. So even if I pump up, her mile, the max I get is a B. And 2, I don't want to pump up the mile. I want to actually put in the red stars for mid distance because I want the mid distance to partner to Proctor S and the April of the second year or the April of the third year. So I can't put that many stars into mine, which basically screws me over. So you generally tend to get a weaker character when you have this, but you gotta try, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But let's give it a shot. All right. So what I'm going to do is to make this work, I'm going to do a power intelligence build. 3 cards in power and 3 cards in intelligence. The power goes up to hopefully 1100 or 1200. And because she's got the bonus in stamina, when the power goes up, her stamina goes up. And when the intelligence goes up, it bumps up speed. So how do I raise speed? Well, that's simple. I do it through inheritance. You get a total of 18 stars in blue to raise any of the stats you want. I'm definitely going to want to put in 9 stars for speed and hopefully 18 stars into speed. Okay, so that's the build. All right, so now that we know the character, 20% of stamina, to make the 20% of stamina work, we're going to do a power intelligence build. That means I want to put in bonus for speed for the inheritance. The other thing is because of the racetrack, I want to have a good, because of this racetrack, I want to have a good acceleration skill. So where can I get a good acceleration skill? Unfortunately for us, because she is a Senko, right? That's her A here. There aren't that many good skills for that. The best skill is probably the gold skill that allows her to get the acceleration, but that can only be gotten from Diver Scarlet, and it's a hit or a miss. It's totally random. So I'm willing to just go with a white skill for that, and instead rely on an inherited skill for her increase in acceleration and on nonstop growth. Nonstop Girl, it can be gotten from Yukino Vision. So Yukino Vision is going to be a must for this build. Well, for any character who's going to run Senko. These days, not many people run Senko precisely for this reason. There aren't that many good acceleration skills, and acceleration is one of the key skills you need to win the damn game. Why am I doing this? I don't know. It's the love for the characters you got, right? There's really no other explanation. Anyway, so who's got a good acceleration skill? It turns out that Maruzensky in the red, not the swimsuit Maruzensky, but this Maruzensky has a good acceleration skill. So at the last corner, which happens about 100 meters in after the last leg starts. So at the last corner, about 100 meters after the last leg starts, I can get a boost in acceleration. And you can get a boost in acceleration as long as you're first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place. It's pretty damn good. I think this is going to proc. So I'm gonna, get this. Now there's one problem. When you do Mejiro McQueen and you do her compatibility with the other characters and you pump in her, it's a 9. Oh no, it's an 8. It's really low. And you want to get 150 to get that double circle. So this one, I want to get someone as high as possible. And here I looked through and it turned out that this character gives as high as possible here. Because when you do reset here, in the anime, if you recall Tokai Teo, this is Tokai Teo, she was the best friend of McQueen, and she gives a bonus of 33 compatibility. So we're gonna go with Teo and Red Maruzensky. God. So that's 50. So I gotta raise it by another 50. Now, I already did the search for it and it's all set up. So this is symbol read-off. Make a new track, regular mode, Mejiro McQueen, and I'm gonna rent, because I don't have Teo in the anime version. I'm gonna rent Teo that's got 9 speed. Where the heck are you? But there she is. No, rental. I was looking in the wrong place. Why it took forever. No, there she is. Right. So click. So all the bonuses on speed. Okay, 3 speed, 3 speed, and 3 speed. So that's El Condor Pasa. See, there she is. I just saw her. Well, Kita-chan Black was here, so do that first. There. And here is going to be weird. Okay, that's weird. Where are you? Maybe I should have done this from the beginning. There. We have a Condor Pasa. And that gets up to 91 points. So I actually have read Maruzensky as a song. So what I did was, I did Maruzensky. This is earlier. I'm not going to do this today. I already done it. Here she is. And then I used 2 characters. One character that was Oguri Cap. Where are you? Speed and mid distance. So Oguri Cap has speed, mid distance 3. And Oguri Cap had a pretty good compatibility, if I remember correctly. There she is. And I looked for another character, and she has URA3. And I looked for another character that had, speed 3 and what do you call it? Mid distance. And that turned out to be, I believe it was Mojito Dogo. There. Here. So that gave me a character. So It's not in here. Mejiro Dober. By the way, Mejiro Dober is Mejiro Ryan's daughter in real life. Where are you? There, 7. God. So I'm down to 106 bonus points for the mission, and I need a total of 45 more to get there. So what I did was she has 2 in distance, mid distance, and she'll give you 3 and 3, and that will give me a character that's got at least 9 on one side from tail that I rent, and then 3 from her and 3 from her. So that's a total of 15 speed. And as long as I get something that's, in speed, power, or intelligence, well, it doesn't really matter at that point. I ran her and make a new track to see, if I get at least 2 stars. And lo and behold, I got a character with this result after a couple of tries. So I'm going to use her. I'm going to show you. Where are you? The cupcake. So 2 speed, 2 in you get, but 3 green here, so I can get her unique skill cheaply. 3 speed, so 2, 3, 3, so a total of 8 speed, and 1, 2, 3, 5 in mid distance. And where are you 2? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in mid distance. And that should give me a good chance of mid distance proccing, because I've won so many races with Maruzensky, the compatibility is now a double circle. So fingers crossed, right? So you're hoping for a proc in mid distance, and if I can get a proc in the Shiba in the grass here, that'd be nice, because when this goes up, my power goes up by 10%, although it's not as important. But 3 in climax scenario, 2 in climax scenario, 3 in URA. This is not bad, right? This is pretty good. So I go with this. So this is the setup. So to get to here, I had to actually raise a new Maruzensky for this, the Champions meeting, purposefully. That was a pain, but I did that. You have to do that. And then these are the cards that I would use. So 3 power cards. 1 I'm going to borrow. The card I'm going to borrow is El Kondo Pasa. El Kondo Pasa is a good power card. She's probably the best power card, I would say, for mid distance if you're in the Senko, because what she does, what she gives you is these skills, but most importantly, this gold skill of Killer Tune. And this makes you go faster. And it's a nice skill to have for the middle part of the race. She also has a race bonus of 10, so that's nice. The other character is SSR Yaina Muteki, which I happen to have. She's got a gold skill of Agatekita, which is a useful gold skill to have, which makes you go faster in the mid part of the race as well. So 2 mid gold skills from these 2 is good. And she's also a race bonus of 10%. Race bonus of 10%, so that's 20% here. And then this card here is an SR card, but it has a race bonus of 10% and 5%. Everything up here is 5%. So 5% if it's race bonus. So that's 15%, and that's a total of 35% race bonus. And she has important skills to have. She's got 2 skills that's useful for me. The Hanshin Racetrack, which increases the stamina, and the Senko Corner, which is a nice skill to have. If it were any other champions meeting, normally there are multiples of 400. This would be a very useful skill to have. If it's good condition, then this racetrack. If the racetrack is in good condition, this will also be a nice skill to have. And she's got a special event that increases, I can't click on it, but that increases your character's cuteness, which increases the speed the speed at which you can train better. There's normal training, and then there's special friendship training. You want to get to that friendship training as fast as possible because the friendship training gives you a lot of bonuses, and that this event, when it procs, gets you there faster. So it's nice to have. But unfortunately, as a single card, when it blinks and say, "Hey, I can help you in this training," it's not that good. But it's got 15 race bonus, so that's 10, 10, 15, for a total of 35. Yukino Bijin gives you a 5% race bonus, no race bonus here. But most importantly, it gives me the acceleration skill of Nonstop Girl. This is what I'm going to be banking on, this better proc. So together, that's 40%. And then if I have Serious Symbol here, she's got race bonus of 10, and that gets me to that 50% race bonus, and that's the minimum that I need. Now, Serious Symbol is nice because she gives you also speed bonus. So when she trains in intelligence training, the speed goes up as well as the sub bonus, but the speed goes up much more than normal. And Sailor Sky is crazy because Sailor Sky gives a speed bonus of 1, 2 speed bonuses. But Sailor Sky has no racetrack bonuses whatsoever. So this card is a pretty hard card to use. If I just want to do race card bonuses, then I would probably put in this card here, which is Agnes Tachyon. Where are you? Here, which gives you a 10% bonus, so that my racetrack bonus is now 60 instead of 50. And Agnes Tachyon, it's got all these skills here that's useful. Sailor Sky also has a very useful skill that I want, but the other character or other card that you could use, I think, is this card here, Machikane Fukutaru, because Machikane Fukutaru has an event which gives you right turns. Like, so as long as this card finishes its event chain, you automatically you are guaranteed to get right turn. And that's actually a very powerful skill to have in this particular championship meeting. So I could see people, putting in these kind of cards that gives you those special greens, not special, those green skills. But anyway, this is the setup to it. I'm gonna go with this. We'll see what happens. And hopefully, I hit 1200 speed, over 1100 in power, and over 1000 in intelligence. Ideally, you want to hit 1200 in intelligence and enough in stamina to be able to run the course with enough in guts. Enough stamina and guts to be able to run the course at 2200 meters. Good news is she has that gold recovery skill. So as long as that one procs, it should be set at 715 stamina, even if it's at 500 guts. So this is preparing for Mejiro McQueen. And I'll end this video here. I'm not going to show you the playthrough for this video. Yeah. Can't believe I actually made that for 106. Alrighty. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Or, at the very least, I'll show you the results.